Morning, teacher.
Hi, good evening.
How are you?
I'm good. I can say I can't complain. I can't complain. How about you?
I'm great. It's a long day, but I'm great.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
been a long day.
Yeah, it's a long day. Yeah, I think that the other classmate maybe can be late because they are in the other boot class, informed class about the other boot camp that the Código offers. So maybe can be late for 10 or maybe less time.
Okay. Okay, we are going to wait them. I really hope they can join today because, well, today we have very informative class as well.
Okay, teacher. So
Mhm.
wait for the other classmates.
Yes, we will wait for the other students a little bit. And what happened to you? Why aren't you in that meeting?
Because I don't have any interest in that topic because it's data analytic. So I don't like that area. I prefer developing area.
Hmm.
So the teacher of the class, the programming class, scheduled that meeting. So today we didn't have a regular class. So for me, I have a free time in the last hour. So many classmates enter or assistant to the that meeting. For me, I don't have any interest in that topic.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so most of the students then are in that meeting. They joined that meeting.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So, but we are going to see now Fernando is here. So yeah, you haven't missed, Fernando haven't missed any class of this week. So he had been in all the classes. So that is cool. And you, I think you just missed one, if I'm not mistaken.
No. The yesterday the internet broke out, so maybe assist the half of the class, but in the other class I participate.
Oh, you have attended. Okay, when you want to say asistir a alguna clase, you will use this verb. I will share the verb with you. Attend. So you can say,
Okay,
yesterday I attended the class or attended my class. Okay, yesterday I attended the class or my class, but my internet stopped working, so I couldn't join again. So, but you use that verb attend.
okay,
That's why we
teacher.
have an attendance list. Lista de asistencia, attendance list.
Okay, I
Yes,
will use in the future.
exactly. Yeah, remember that you have to use all the verbs accurately. Okay, because you said they entered that meeting. Okay, and that is understandable, but there are other verbs that you can use, like they attended that meeting. Okay, in the past, they attended, ellos asistieron, they attended that meeting. Okay,
Okay, all right. But in the maybe 2 weeks ago, I learned about interesting verbs like book. I think book is only object, but I don't know that book works and verb, a verb, sorry, a verb. So is
okay.
It's good to know other tenses, other verbs, or a structure more formal. In this case, for uh, we'll have a excellent job position in the future, speaking in that way.
Exactly. Yes, actually, well, this is the purpose of this course, okay? Because all of you guys, you can speak English, you can share your ideas. As I said, you feel comfortable speaking right now. You are not afraid of speaking anymore. So my job here is to give you tools to refine your English, and that is through maybe more complex structures like the ones that we have been studying in the class, and verbs that are more accurate. Example, enter the class, assist or attend the class would be join the meeting. Unirse a la reunión, join the meeting.
Yeah,
They joined that meeting because they were interested in that topic. But personally, I'm not interested in that topic, teacher. Okay?
okay. In the other hand, your work has been very great, very good, very nicer in this case. It's a great, greatest work. But
Okay.
my pronunciation is not the best, but I try to say the best word that you can get in this course. Your work has been very important for all the students in this course, I think.
Thank you so much for saying that. Okay. I feel good actually when you say something like that. Okay.
Actually, my thoughts, uh, I think, is the thoughts of the other classmates because you
Yes.
have a lot of patience, a lot of knowledge. For me, it's a great job.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. And by the way, guys, now that Juan is mentioning that, the last class for this course is going to be on Thursday, 23rd. Okay. Means next week. I think next week. Yes, next week Thursday, next Thursday, the 23rd is going to be the last class. So we have just 1 week. So the next Thursday, we are going to be meeting for the last time.
Yeah? No way. Why?
Yeah, because I think this is the schedule they have. I don't know if they will continue after this. I mean, with Código, but I assume if you continue with them, that you will be receiving classes, English classes as well, because it's something that is going to help you. With English itself, I'm sure that you can have a better job. Imagine if you learn English and programming, it's going to be a lot better.
If I understand, o sea, the last week is the last class with you, but we have class, uh, we'll have class in Código until March 17. So if I understand, in that time, we'll continue the English class with the other enterprise or with speak enterprise.
With speak, I don't know. I will ask
Okay.
for more information because the only information that they gave us today was
Okay.
that the next Thursday it's going to be the last class of this course. And this makes sense because let me show you this, guys. Let me share. I'm going to show you all the topics that we have covered in these 3 months because We have been receiving classes for 3 months already. So let me share my screen here so you can see this. Okay, this is intermediate, guys. This is intermediate one. I started with you here. Okay, we started with present perfect with WH questions, sequencers, the first, second, after that, then simple past and used to. This is a topic that we learned also in this class, simple past and used to. We use simple past for actions that have ended and used to for repeated actions in the past. Past continuous also with while and when. Then unit 3, present perfect continuous and how long. Example. Sorry, example. How long have you been studying English? Time expressions like for, since, lately, recently, and all these topics. If you see, sorry, we have studied all of these topics, a lot of good topics. And with intermediate 3, which is the topic, we have learned the third conditional. This was the last class. We are missing this, and this. 3 more topics to finish this next week. So we have 4 days in the next week and we have 3 topics. So we still have time to do that, to end intermediate 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So I really hope you have learned all of that. If you have notes on your notebook, you can check your notes and everything. Okay, if you don't remember all the topics, you can go back to your notebooks. Okay, and well, we are going to start the class for today. We have 5 students. Okay, welcome everybody, guys, and welcome to the last day or the last day of class. Okay, welcome to the last day of class for this week. Okay, very good. I hope you are good and that you had a good day today. So very good. Okay, we are going to start with today's topic. Marcos, can you please help me read these questions? This question.
What are life's biggest decision?
Okay, decisions.
Decision. Sorry.
Okay, very good. So what are life's biggest decisions, guys? Can you tell me some big decisions that you have to take in life?
This
For
is the day that
example,
I decide to study electronic, and that's what that was a bad decision, a wrong decision.
Oh, a wrong decision, okay. That wasn't a good decision. That was a wrong decision, okay. Why?
Because in our country, that we don't have many offers for that job, and also is bad pay.
Okay, it's badly paid and there is a low demand for it, okay. Okay, very good. Okay, who else was talking?
me, teacher,
Mhm.
uh, uh, for example, to me, a life's biggest decisions is, for example, if you decide if you're going to marry with someone.
Hey, that is true. Are you married?
Also, what are you going to study, for example?
Okay, so when you choose your career, that is an
Yes.
important decision. Okay, very good. Excellent. What else, guys?
Me, um, the the life biggest decision that I made is when I bought my own house. I decided to move to another place, a little bit uh, far away from the city that I was born. But I think that it was the best decision because I became more independent to my family to make many decisions after that.
Okay, very good job, Fernando. You became more independent. Okay. Was it easy? Was it difficult, challenging? What?
It's, it was really challenging to me because uh, uh, I used to live uh, near to my mom for around uh, 8 years. And after that, when thanks God, I got an offer to to buy a house. I take that opportunity. At the beginning or at first, let's say, it was really difficult because I'm not used to live in this place. Uh, I used to go to specific places to buy some things like supermarket, the market, and nowadays I try to get used to the place that is near to me to buy that kind of stuff, and also to live far away from my family.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so that was a big decision, right? Exactly. And did you take this decision easily, or you had to think over the decision? What can you tell us about that? Was that overnight? Overnight means de la noche a la mañana, overnight. Or what, or that was a decision that it was very difficult for you to take.
Being honest with you, I was saving for a long time to get my house.
Wow.
So that's reason why I think that it was a decision uh, to move because let me check. How can I say that I was I was taking that decision, but I did not have in that time the place that I gonna live. But
Mhm.
I tried to keep in my mind the thing that I gonna move to my house. But uh, being honest with you guys, in the place that I live today, days before to get the offer, we 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 came here to find a house, but we did not find any house. But after that, some relative to me told me about this house, and I needed to take that decision, let's say, is overnight, because they mentioned me, let's say, on Sunday. I need to take that decision on Monday, because you know that nowadays, if you don't have that decision very quick, if you don't get that decision very quick, someone else who can uh, buy uh, buy the uh, buy the house. I don't know if I clear with what I'm saying.
You're clear, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand, but how cool is that? I mean, you saved money for many years, and then you had the opportunity to purchase a house that, well, that's going to be your own house. Wow, that should feel very, very satisfying.
Yes, I think that is this I can say that is the biggest decision because you need to be very determined because you know if you if you let me check if you try to get that decision to start saving money, let's say today, maybe 3 years later you decide well, I have, let's say, $2,000. I'm not gonna continue saving by to buy the house. I'm gonna use this money for that reason or for any inconvenience that sometimes happens. But for me, it doesn't matter. Being honest with you, when the pandemic comes, it was really difficult to me to keep that in mind to continue savings. But I was first, thanks God, that I was very determined, no matter if the pandemic hurts me, let's say, uh, money say, yes, money wise, because uh, even if I don't, if I did not have the the same income, I try to decide to keep saving money.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, you're very determined. And I'm your fan, actually.
Okay, thanks.
Wow. Yes, I admire you a lot. And thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so guys, you have mentioned many good situations, scenarios in which we have to make a decision, okay? Deciding what career to choose, what career to study, okay? Deciding if you want to have children or not, deciding whether you want to get married or not. Wow, that are big decisions that we take in our life. Very good. So now, guys, listen. When was the last time you made an important decision? I want to listen to you guys. Tell me.
For me, the last important decision was in December when I took the decision that studying Código because it's my first course in that methodology that you study, and after that you pay for the course when you have a job. So for me, that is my last important decision.
Good. Excellent. Okay, you can say that your last decision or your last or the last decision that you made was or big decision that you made was to study with Código. Okay, very good. Okay, every day, guys, we take a lot of decisions. We decide what to wear. That maybe is not that important, but we have to think about decisions every day. So today, guys, I want to help you sound a little bit more advanced when we talk about decisions. So, five phrasal verbs for decision making situations. This is what we are going to learn today. Okay, so I want to listen to, let me see, um, Marcos. Please, Marcos, read this paragraph here.
Making decisions is often difficult, so it's important. It is important to take your time to think about a decision before making it. These are five phrasal verbs that you can use to explain that you want to be careful when you make an important decision.
Good. When you make important decisions, good. Thank you, Marcos. Here we have the five phrasal verbs. Remember, guys, that phrasal verbs are verbs that are made uh, of two words, two or more words. In this case, we have the first one, rush into, think a decision over, look at an option, think a situation through, take a factor into account. Okay, we are going to see each of them in depth right now. Very good. We are going to start with the first one. Please, and now I know you love reading, guys. So here tonight we are going to read a lot. So we are going to start with Herbert. Herbert, please help me read all of this screen.
Okay, teacher. Number one, to rush into something. These phrasal verbs means to do something without thinking carefully. If you rush into a decision, it means you do it quickly without thinking. This is a bad thing. So rush into a decision is something that you don't want to do. You can use the expression below when you want to tell someone that you need time before making your decision. Remember to use rush into in negative form. For example, I'll need I'll need some time to think. I don't want to rush into a decision.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, so I will need some time to think. I don't want to rush into a decision. So I don't want to make a decision quickly without thinking, because this is too bad. This is something that you don't want to do, okay? Because you don't have to rush into a decision, okay? Example, oh, I feel very tired today, so I will quit studying. You are just rushing into a decision, okay? Because you are thinking, you are taking the decision without thinking, okay? This is something bad, and it's definitely something that you don't want to do, okay? So I don't want to rush into a decision. Do you understand this phrasal verb, guys?
Yes, coach.
Hey, good. Or you can say, I made a mistake. I just rushed into a decision and it was wrong. Or I was wrong. Okay? So that means that I took the decision quickly without thinking and it came up to be wrong. All right? So that is the first one, to rush into. Okay? Good job. So you don't want to rush into a decision. Okay? So please try to apply this. Tomorrow, when you commute to work, you can think about this, okay? When was the last time I rushed into a decision? That means, when was the last time I took a decision or I made a decision without thinking? Oh, yes, when I sold my car. That was a bad decision. Yes, I didn't think over that decision. I rushed into that decision, and that was something bad. That came out wrong for me. Okay, so rush into. Number two, very good. Let me choose someone here, okay? Fernando Marin, okay? Please help me read all this screen. Not there? No? Okay. So, Jose Aníbal, welcome to the class. Please, Jose, we are learning phrasal verbs that we use in decision-making situations, okay? The first one was rush into. That means get into a decision quickly without thinking, okay? Without taking the time to think twice things. So this is something negative. So you want to say, I don't want to rush into a decision at this moment. Please give me some time to think about it. Okay, I can tell you, Jose, I can sell you my car. Okay, give me $4,000 and I will give you my car. But you have to tell me this right now. Do you accept? You will tell me, I will need some time to think. I don't want to rush into a decision. Do you understand, Jose?
Yeah.
Perfect. So that is the first one. Now, please help me read number two.
Number 2, to think a decision over. This phrasal verb is the opposite meaning of rush into a decision. When you think a decision over, it means that you will think carefully about a decision before you make it. It's common to say, I need to think it over when you want some time to think before you make a decision. Note that the it object is necessary because this is a transitive verb, so it needs it as an object and it needs to be in the middle of the phrasal verb. If someone offers you something and you want time to think about it, you can say, thank you for that offer, but I need to think it over.
Okay, very good. Thank you. So think something over means the opposite that rush into a decision. So rush into a decision means that you don't think things twice. But thinking over something, a decision, that means that you will take your time to think it, okay? To see what are the pros and cons, okay? You think over a decision and you will use it like this. I need to think it over. I need to think it over, okay? That means I need time to think about this. All right, I offer you my card, okay? Give me $4,000. Thank you for your offer, but I need to think it over. So that means I need more time to think this very well, okay? Is it clear, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
it's clear.
Okay, so let me see if you are paying attention, okay? So, Marcos, please explain in the first phrasal verb that we learned.
Rush into.
Mhm.
When you make a quickly decision and you don't think very well that decision.
You don't think it twice. You can say, you don't think it twice. No lo pensamos dos veces. You don't think about it very well. You don't take the time to think about it. Good. Rush into. Can you please use it in a sentence, Marcos?
I don't know, but if I can say, I will think this twice. I don't want to make no. I don't want to rush into
A decision.
a decision.
Mhm.
Yes, we can say that that uh, we don't want to make a quickly decision.
Exactly. Okay. And before you wanted to say, because I don't want to take a decision fast, or I don't want to take a decision quickly. And that doesn't sound right. Okay. That sounds like unnatural. Okay. That doesn't sound natural. So if you say, yes, teacher, but I have to think about this because I don't want to rush into a decision. That sounds something nice, okay? Something natural, okay? Very good.
And what is another word that we can put after the rush into?
Oh, something. To rush into a relationship could be, that is something. Okay, here that's why it says something. You cannot use someone, you cannot rush into someone, but you can rush into something. Example, rush into a decision. I don't want to rush into a relationship. So that means that you don't want to go into a relationship very quickly without knowing the other person. So that is rush into, okay? So, but basically we are learning this for decision. So you don't want to rush into a decision. And in
Okay,
here,
thank you.
in number 2, to think specifically a decision. I need to think it instead of saying a decision, it over. I need to think it over, okay? An object, it's always go in the middle of the 2 verbs. You cannot say think over it. No, think it over. That is the way we use it. Think it over. Very good. Let's move on to the next one. To look at an option. Okay, please help me read this. Let me see, Juan.
Okay, teacher. Number 3, took a look at an option. This phrase verb means that you are going to consider an option before making a decision. You want to communicate that an option is worth considering. It could be a good idea. Then you can use look at and then mention the option as the object of the phrasal verb. Phrasal, ¿cierto?
Yes, phrasal.
Phrasal, okay, thank you. If you want to use a verb as the object, it needs to be in gerund, ing form. For example, if you want to say that getting a dog is a good option to consider for the family, you can say, I think we should look at getting a dog.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Juan. Good
You're
job.
welcome.
So, yeah, look at and then the option that you are considering. Okay, something important. Okay, you have to use the ing form of the verb. So, look at getting a dog. Okay, I think we should look at getting a dog. Okay, that means that you think that getting a dog, it's a good idea. Okay, that it's a good idea.
Teacher,
Oh,
what is
okay.
the correct pronunciation of gerundio?
Oh, gerund.
Gerund, okay.
Mhm. ing, gerund or ing form. Okay, very good. So this, it's maybe a good idea, getting a dog. So you can say, I think we should look at getting a dog. Okay, for example, if it took me 3 hours to get my job, maybe moving, it's a good idea. Okay, moving means the verb move, it's moverse. Moverse is move, but it is also mudarse. If you want to say mudarse, you use move. So you think that moving is a good idea. So you can say, I should consider, or I can say, I have to look at moving. Okay. That means that I have to consider that idea. Okay, look at moving. Maybe moving is a good idea, so you can use that. Look at an option. I think I have to look at moving as an option. Okay, so that is the number 3. Okay, can you think about any other way to use this? Imagine that I am very sick. Okay, I'm sick. I don't feel good. What do you think is a good idea for me?
Well, I think you should look at staying in your bed and rest.
Okay, yes, if I have the flu, you can say, you should look at staying at home and rest. Okay, this is the way we use it, okay? Good.
Teacher,
So,
but could you give us an example of the first form to use it? Because it says these phrasal verbs means that you are going to consider an option before making a decision. But I don't know if the same example that we have there.
the first example where
Yes, I think we should look at getting a dog.
yes, I think we should look at getting a dog. Very good. Yeah, that is one. Also, I have heard this using it here. Instead of saying getting a dog, it. For example, if someone said, hey, you should go to the gym. Okay, I have to look at it. Look at it. So that means that I have to consider the option that maybe is a good option, but I have to consider it before making the decision.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Is it clear, guys, for you?
Teacher, is correct, say, I was thinking that you should look at searching other job.
Yes, I was thinking that you should look at looking a better job. That
Okay.
is correct, yes. But you can say you should look at getting another job. Okay, you should look at getting another job. Okay. Tú deberías considerar buscar un trabajo. You should look at getting other jobs. Good. This is the third. Now, number 4, to think a situation through. Okay, very good. Now, please help me read this. Who hasn't read? Fernando Campos, you haven't read.
Okay, number 4, to think a situation through. This phrasal verb focus more on preparing for a future situation by thinking about it in advance. If you say that you want to think a situation through, it means you want to think about the future risk and benefits of this situation completely so that you can prepare for it successfully. For example, if you are planning your wedding, uh, wedding, I'm not if I'm mistaken,
Wedding, yes, wedding.
okay, wedding, okay, with your partner, you want to tell your partner that this is something that you should plan for and think about completely before making any decision. You can say, we need to think we need to think it through. It means the whole wedding situation.
Very good. Okay, excellent. Thank you. So think a situation through. Something, well, this means that you need to think first the future risk and benefits about this idea. Okay, example here, a wedding. Okay, una boda. We need to think it through. We need to think it through. It means the whole wedding situation, okay? So, very good. Think a situation through. I have to think it through, okay? Example, hey, I'm moving to London. Would you like to come with me? Yo me mudo a Londres. ¿Te gustaría venir conmigo? Well, you have to think about the future risks and benefits. So, I need to think it through. Necesito pensarlo bien. That means that you have to think in advance, about it in advance. You will think about the future risks and benefits about the whole situation. Very good. Excellent. Do you understand this one, guys?
Teacher,
Okay, um,
sorry.
yes, go
Sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. In Spanish, what is the meaning of through?
Through, a través, okay? But it doesn't have a literal translation, okay? No tiene una traducción literal. Think through es a través. A través quiere decir, bueno, por todo el tiempo, ok? Por ejemplo, yo les puedo decir, hey, I am going through a difficult situation. Estoy atravesando una situación difícil. So think it through es pensar en avanzado o in advance all the factors, okay? All the good and bad factors about making that decision. Very good. Okay, so excellent to think the situation through. Very good. And we have the last one, to take a factor into account. Okay, this is maybe the most common one that we are going to see today, to take a factor into account. Okay.
Teacher, there was another classmate that tried to say something, but I interrupt the speech.
Oh yeah, Fernando, you were trying to say something. Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, yes. What I can understand about this phrasal verb is that it can be used when you are planning something, right? Because if you are planning something that it not gonna happen today or the next week, it can happen, or it takes more than 3 months. You can use this phrasal verb to think a situation through.
Exactly, when you are planning, because imagine that you are planning a party, okay? You can say some weeks before the party, I need to think it through, bro. There's a lot of things that I have to think about. So yes, I have to think it through, okay? Because you are planning something in the future. It's a good call out, good call out. Very good. And this one is maybe the easiest one. And I want Fernando Marin, you are already here. So please help me with this one.
We should take the neighborhood into account.
Okay, very good. But read the whole explanation here.
Okay. To take a factor into account. This phrasal verb is used with a specific factor that needs to be considered before making a decision. For example, if you are deciding which clothes to pack in your bag for your trip, one factor to consider is the weather. So you can say that you need to take the weather into account when choosing which clothes to pack. As another example, if you if you are planning to buy a new house and the neighborhood is an important factor for you to consider when deciding which house to buy, you can say we should take the neighborhood into account.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Excellent. So you, Fernando, you went to Switzerland, right?
Sorry?
You went to Switzerland.
No, to France. France.
To France.
Yes.
Okay, exactly. Then you took the weather into account when you were packing your clothes, right? You took the weather into account when packing your clothes for the trip.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Exactly, exactly. Imagine you go with some tank there, or you just took some flip-flops with you. you are not taking into account the weather. You are not taking the weather into account. So yeah, so this is for a specific factor that needs to be considered before making a decision. Example, if you are buying a house, you have to consider the neighborhood. Imagine your house is very nice, very roomy, and you really like it, but the neighborhood is very noisy or it is very dangerous. So you have to take into account the neighborhood, okay? You should
Yes.
take the neighborhood into account, okay? Very good. This is the way, I think this is the easiest and the most common one to take something into account. Okay, hey guys, take into account that we have an exam next week. So it's only one factor that you need to consider before making a decision. Okay, I can tell you, imagine that maybe your children is asking you for a favor, okay? It could be the possibility. So maybe he or she says, I want to go to this trip with my class. Okay, you can go, but you have to take into account that it's very far away. Okay, so you are highlighting that. I'm considering that, Fernando. I'm thinking about that. If we can have an exam next week, I will let you know.
Coach, about that, let me ask you as well. I cannot, I was not able to complete at this moment yet, let's say, the, how can I say, mm, um,
Who's number
the
3?
homework,
Oh, the homework.
that we have, we needed to do in the Speak platform. I'm not, it's not complete yet for me. I don't know if it's mandatory to complete, because I continue doing that, but I have no time at this moment. But there is a due date to finish that
Yes, this weekend.
this weekend. The
Yes.
next, or
This one, because the last class is the 23rd. So try to work in the platform, guys. Thank you for reminding this to me, for bringing this to my attention, Fernando. I appreciate it.
yes,
Yes,
coach.
guys.
Okay, okay.
You should have assigned the intermediate number 3 course right now. So try to
Oh,
work on that.
okay, okay.
Good. Okay, so guys, to take something into account, this is the last one. Finally, guys, we have here. I don't want to rush into a decision. I don't want to make this decision too fast. I need time to think about this, the whole situation. Okay, that is the meaning of rushing into. I don't want to make this decision too fast. I need to think it over. I need some time to think about this offer before deciding. I need to think it over. We should look at doing something. We should consider doing as an option, okay? I need to think it through. I need to plan and prepare carefully for this situation before making decisions about it. Then we must take into account. We must consider this factor, it, in our decision. So this is like the review. This is the review for the 5 expressions that we have used, that we have learned in this class. Good. So you don't forget any of them. I included this with the explanation. All right, so to end the class, guys, we are going to do this little practice, okay? So number 1, please help me read all of these and please choose the right phrasal verb to use here. We are going to start with Fernando Campos, okay? Please, number 1. Read it and use the one that is or best suit this one.
Okay, when you are driving somewhere and want to know how long it will take to get there, you need to take the traffic into account.
Okay, you need to take traffic into account. Perfect. Thank you so much. Yes, that is correct. Okay, that is a factor that you have to take into account. You need to take traffic into account. Perfect. Number 2 for Fernando Marin.
He should have been more careful, but he made his decision in only 5 minutes. He rushed into it.
Yes, he rushed into it.
Rushed.
Okay, that means that he didn't think about this, okay? Very good, he rushed into it. Okay, number 3 for Jose.
I'm going to travel to another country to learn English. I am thought it through England, Australia, or Canada.
What do you think, guys?
I think it's looking at.
Looking at because?
Because he's considering options.
Options, looking at some options. I'm looking at England, Australia, and Canada. Okay, very good. Yes, looking at is for options that may be a good idea. Okay, so maybe England is a good idea, but Australia is a good idea, or Canada is another good idea. So you are looking at them. Very good job. Thank you, both of you. Now, number 4, Herbert.
Okay, teacher. Many people make the mistake of buying a house that they cannot afford, but my wife and I think it over and ensure that we could pay for our home comfortably before we bought it.
Okay, very good. So what do you think, guys? Think it over or think it through?
Okay, yes, it could be think through because they consider for the future.
They plan it, okay? They plan it very well.
That's true. So it will be many people make the mistake of buying a house that they cannot afford, but my wife and I think I thought, right? Yes, thought it through and ensure that we could pay for our home and comfortably before we bought it.
Exactly. Okay, thought it through. Nosotros lo pensamos bien antes, ok. Quiere decir que ellos hicieron planes de cómo iban a pagar y que si de verdad la podían pagar, ok. So they thought about this in advance. In advance. Okay, thank you. And finally, number 5 before we go to bed. Let me see. Who is missing? I think Marcos, Fernando Marin, it's your turn, Fernando.
Number 5, teacher.
Yes.
My manager offered me a promotion, but I'm not sure if I want the promotion. I told him that I need to take into account, so he's going to give me a week to make my decision.
What do you think, guys?
Or looking at?
This is when you have options, but when you need time to think something.
Think it over, think it over.
You need time to think about it. It's the opposite of rush into. here in only 5 minutes, he decided. Okay, so he rushed into, but if you need if you need time to think about this, you need to think it over. So that means I need time. Please give me 1 or 2 days to think about this, okay? All right, very good, guys. I really hope you can put this in practice. For this one, I will share this with you. I will send this presentation to the WhatsApp group. So anytime you have to make a decision, you will think, yes, I need to take a decision, but I don't want to rush into it. I need to think it over, okay? Because I have to take into account a lot of factors. For example, I'm looking at some options at this moment, so I have to do or make the best decision, okay? Because I need to think it through. I used all of them in my speech. So if you don't know them, maybe you will not understand what I just said. But now that you know and understand each of them, it was easier for you to understand what I just said, okay? Very
Okay.
good. I hope, guys, you practice this. I will send you this to the WhatsApp group. You will have the whole weekend to study, okay? To get used to this new vocabulary.
Okay,
Thank you,
teacher.
Okay,
Teacher,
guys.
just let me tell you, I just finished the intermediate level 2 yesterday, and I don't have the intermediate well, the level 3 yet in the
Okay.
page of speak.
Okay, I will ask for this then. Okay, I will ask for this tomorrow and I will let you know.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Yes. All right, if you can help Fernando, you just
Tell me, bro.
I could help you if you want.
Okay,
okay.
tomorrow with WhatsApp, with the WhatsApp group,
Okay.
please, because I don't have too much time. Because being honest with you, coach, I not just have the boot camp class and also have the university class, so it breaks my mind a lot these last days, because it's very difficult to me, because I am about to be to get my parciales the next week, so I have very stressed in those days.
I understand. No worries.
Okay,
Herbert is going to help you, okay?
okay, thank you, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Okay, guys, so I really hope you have a blast during the weekend. Okay, if you do something exciting, please tell us about this on Monday. Okay, on Monday, I'm going to ask you, hey, what did you do your weekend? And please tell me, oh, that was a wonderful weekend, okay? Because I did this, and that.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Perfect. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Good night.